Hello. So I was driving back home a couple days ago and I saw this advertisement for duct cleaning. So I've been sneezing a little bit here and I'm thinking, well, maybe I got some kind of allergens in my duct system. So try to keep my house really clean. This guy has a little minivan with a sign stuck on it, magnetic sign it looks like. It's called the Duct Man. Pat the Duct Man here in Aurora, Colorado. So he tells me, so I get his card when I'm in traffic, and I call him a little bit later, and I say, hey man, I'm thinking about getting my ducts worked on, getting them cleaned out. And he's like, oh yeah, we have super good machines, we do the best job ever, you know, it sucks everything out, you wouldn't believe the stuff I find in your ducts, and construction materials, and blah blah blah, it sucks out a mountain of stuff. And I'm like, okay, because they've never been done to my knowledge, you know, I didn't buy the house new, but you can tell when it's been done because they cut a hole in the ducts downstairs to put the vacuum on. And I was like, well, there should be quite a bit of stuff, you know. So he sets up for a Sunday morning. You know, he shows up with this machine, which, you know, I'm thinking, well, it's not truck mounted, but it's still a pretty big machine. You know, it's about the size of a dishwasher, and he says that you know, it works really good. So he lugs the thing downstairs, and, you know, chatty guy and everything, and goes around to the vents and sticks a little vacuum, like a shop vacuum in them, and says, oh yeah, this is the first step. And I'm like, well, do you clean off the ducts themselves, like the register? And he said, no, I just vacuum those off. So I take them and I rinse them off with water, because that's how you properly should do it, because dust doesn't always come off easily with just vacuuming. And especially when it's caked on, you best to wash it off. So anyway, so I get it. He's not really too thorough, but he's gonna clean the ducts. That's why he's here. He's gonna clean the ducts, the stuff I can't get to with this big, powerful machine, which I'm paying him $150 cash to do. So he hooks up his machine, he walks around and, you know, messes with stuff, and with his little vacuum cleaner, he's vacuuming, and he's got the machine going, and, you know, roughly about, I would say, not even quite an hour, he goes, I'm done. Okay, I said, are you going to use brushes to, you know, I'm used to, when I did my research, I see guys using the brushes and really getting down in the system and cleaning the dust and debris out. He goes, oh no, this machine gets it all. It's so powerful, you don't need all that, and brushes can damage your pipes and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, I can imagine them damaging the flexible aluminum, you know things, you know, those kind of the ones that look like almost like a slinky wrapped in aluminum. You know, those kind, they're pretty fragile. But I got galvanized, you know, rigid ductwork. You would need to do a little bit of effort to damage those. They can be damaged, but it wouldn't be damaged easily. And the benefit of cleaning the dust is offset by any risk of knocking a screw loose or something. Like he explained that sometimes they don't put all the screws in the joints, and the brushes can push them apart. We'll put it back together, big deal. But anyway, so he said, oh no, his machine doesn't. And the whole time I'm feeling like I'm getting screwed over. And sure enough, when he got done, you know, and left, I took my digital camera and put it into, you know, took out the return vents and stuff and stuck it down in there, and to see what he, you know, if it was truly clean or not. And wouldn't you know, take a look at some of these pictures. Let's start with the first pictures. So I called the guy back and I'm like, dude. He's like, oh, I'll make it right. I'll use brushes if you want to risk it. Risk it. How about we don't risk it staying dirty? But anyway, look at this. Yeah, I know we got some glare going, but can you see that? Yeah, glare is horrible. Look at that. Look at the dirt and stuff still in there. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Look at that. That is a pile of dirt and dust still in my vent after he was done. That doesn't look too bad. There's crap still there. You should have seen that. I'm not going to blame them too much because like some soda or something kind of glued all that together, so it didn't come out with the vacuum. But still, a thorough job would have negated that. But you can still see the pipe itself is dirty. So that's where he sealed up my vents. I opened them up, stuck the camera in there. It's dirty. There's dust all in there laying down on the bottom part, just a wall of it. More dust. Not as graphic as the first dust, but nevertheless it's dust. There goes some more dust from another return vent. That's kind of dirt. But look at this big cloud of dust over on the side right there. Still left in my return vent. Just totally horrible job. Dust everywhere. These are all in my vents. $150 for this, y'all. The guy was out of here in less than an hour for $150. What kind of scam is he pulling? So I'll keep you updated on what happens. But if you ever have duct cleaning done, which you should have done, I would say, once every 5 or 10 years. They would tell you every 4 years, but whatever, depending on how dusty you are and if you have allergies. Make sure they use brushes. Make sure they have a good reputation. Because a lot of these places are just, they know, it's like oil change places. They know you're in and out. You don't know, they don't count on you knowing the difference between a quality job and a BS job. They just hope you take their word for it. Most people aren't going to take apart their register vents and stick a camera down there and analyze it. They know that. And the little crap that he got out, because I asked to see his machine. Here's another little funny move he made. He had this machine, and I said, I want to see it before and after so I can see how much dirt and dust you pull out. And he shows me, he opens up the little top part. It's got this little blue filter, like a little foam filter, and he goes, well, it'll take about, you won't even be able to see the filter when I'm done. It will be so much dust. So that's all he shows me was that. And so when he's done, he shows me the filter, and it's got just like a little bit of dust and some carpet fibers and stuff on it. Just minor. I would say it probably wouldn't even fill up a little, like the lid of a spray can, like that little cup that comes on top of an aerosol can. Maybe that worth $150. And I go, well, that's not very much. I assumed it'd be more. And he goes, really? I say, yeah. He's like, well, this is a lot of dust. Your wife's breathing. I said, show me the dust. Like, this ain't nothing. He goes, oh yeah. And then he lifts up the top part with the bed, and then he shows me these little like pillowcase looking filters, and there's a little bit more dust in there, like a minor amount. He goes, yeah, and all this too. And I'm like, really? You didn't show me that in the first place? And even if you did, so what? It's like my Roomba picks up that much dust in 3 days. Total. All you have here, my Roomba gets in 3 days. This is not impressive for 15 years worth of dust since this house has been made. So I knew it was bull. I mean, I'm a technician. I'm not stupid. I can tell when somebody's giving me bull and when they're giving me quality. I felt that being bull from the moment he came in with that crappy system and just kind of half-assed doing stuff and running through everything all quick like. I'm like, this is not thorough. It didn't feel thorough. And sure enough, when I looked, it wasn't thorough. So if you ever get it done, make sure they use brushes. Make sure they spend the time and they actually clean out the system correctly. Don't let them take your money and give you some quick line about this, that, or the other, how this ain't the good way and this vacuum is super strong. It requires agitation, period. I knew that. I told him that. He's, no, my vacuum's really strong. Buyer beware. I mean, if something don't seem right, check into it, because it's probably not. Most people are out to scam you for your money. At least a lot of them are. Very few people care about a quality job these days. So, buyer beware.